Yeah, hey guys, this is Mark Shay, exploring music, learning guitar in 10 minutes or less. Check it out! Yeah guys, I know it's been a little while since I've recorded anything and posted any of the guitar lessons, so that would mean you guys are all up to date and you should know how to do your blues, how to do your E, A, majors and minors, and your G, C and Ds. So yes, so your E major, E minor, A major, A minor, G, C and D. Now a couple people have asked me about how I play the C a little bit differently last time. Now what I'm going to teach you is something they call C add 9. Now this is a little trick that guitarists are using now. It just makes it a little bit easier to change between the C and the D, C and the G. And it's it's what they play, they call a C add 9. So what that is, have a look at the guitar, is you normally play your C like that, remember? 3, 2 and then 1 down here. So what it is instead of the 1 on the B string, it is the 3rd fret, right? So it's 3 on the A string, 2 on the D string, and then on the B string you use your little pinky and you put it on the 3rd fret. And that's what it sounds like. So instead of, it sounds like. Right, now the reason why it's a cheat is because G is part of C, right? Now if you cover the bottom 2 strings, the 2 thinnest strings on the 3rd fret, right? So your B and high E string. Now you can either do it with your last 2 fingers, or I've got fat fingers so I can use my ring finger. Right? So if I cover the last 2 on the 3rd fret, then I just play with my index and my middle finger. I play the top notes of the G and the C, so I can interchange them. You strum everything except when you do the C, do not strum the E string. So okay, so that's just an easy way, because G and C interchange a lot in songs, and usually back and forwards, and the D is the change up sort of chord. So you're so if you just play those last 2 on use your last 2 fingers, or just your ring finger on the 3rd fret at the bottom strings, and just G, which is the 3rd and the 2nd, so the 3rd on the E string, 2nd fret on the A string, drop that down 1 fret, but keeping the bottom 2 notes pinned down. That's the cheats way of playing the G and C. So it sounds pretty much the same though. There's normal G, normal C. Now the cheats way, with the C add 9 is. You might recognize it, for everything from Poison's Every Rose Has a Thorn, So I Remember You, to 1,000 other songs. Again, this is just helping you play thousands of songs, and just simple. If you learn G, you learn C in that new cheat way. If you know D, and then E minor, you have all the chords for Every Rose Has a Thorn. And you only use the E minor once towards the end, Oh, it's been a while now, I still feel so much pain. So that's one trick that they use it makes it easier when you're playing G and C. And so that's why you'll see me automatically go to that, because like I've talked about how you play G with the last 3 fingers, and then that makes it easy just to drop down into C. But there are some times where you want the full C, so you don't want that extra note, you know. So it's good to learn them both ways. But for most of the songs, like if you're doing Sweet Home Alabama or things like that, it's easier, especially if you got fat fingers, right? Just take your fat ring finger and cover those bottom 2 strings like that. And as you can see, my hand doesn't change much. And I'm playing all those. So there's another little thing to do. Okay, now I'm just going to quickly do some few things. Okay, F is one you're missing, because don't forget B is a bar chord. So you know your A, then B is A barred up 2 frets, right? C, you already know C. D, E, you're missing F, and we already know G. So I want to teach you the F. Right, so it's kind of like C. This is another reason why you learn the G with the last 3, because C, F, and G is another chord progression. You know, in the key of C, okay, so that's where if you learn them all with your last 3 fingers, these 3 fingers, it makes changing between those 3 chords quite easy. So what is F? Okay, F is a bar chord, right? Now you remember, if you go back, the E major, right? Now if you slide it up and bar it, right? You got F, just 1 fret, so slide it up 1 and then bar that whole first fret, you have F. That simple. Now all the open F chord is a cheats way. You just take off the first 2 strings, the 2 thickest strings, because this note, the 3rd fret on the D string, is F. So just like C, F, next string down on the G string is fret 2, but on the bottom 2 strings you're going to use this finger and you're going to flatten it and cover both of them with 1 finger, and you just play the bottom 4 strings. That is F. Right? So, okay. So, the reason why you got those 2 down the bottom, that's the one that's a pain in the butt for most beginners to get, is the F, because you got to really push down a lot of times. So, there's your F chord. And if you look at it, all it is a bar chord without the top 2. Now, here's another little trick, right, to give you a little bit more bassiness in your F, right? If you look at your bar chord, you notice the C note, the 3rd fret on the A string is played. Like that. Right? So, what that means is, okay, you're playing it like that, but if you take your pinky and replace it on the 3rd fret of the D string, take your ring finger and put it on the C, and play your F, it sounds a bit fuller because C is, the note C is part of the F chord. Right? So that's how I play my Fs. Right? So it's the bar, I'm just not playing this top string. So what it is, just to go over one more time, right, 3rd fret with your ring finger on the A string, 3rd fret on the D string with your pinky, your middle finger is on the G string 2nd fret, and your index finger covers those last 2. Now if you can do that, it sounds a lot more fuller. And if you looked at that change to the C, well, my ring finger is already on the C, so all I'm doing is lifting up my pinky, taking my middle finger, lifting it up a string onto the 2nd fret on the D string, and I just lift my index finger up so that the high E is open, and there's C right there. So is that simple. So there you go, you've got a couple cheats now, and you know all the major chords. So you know all the major, and of course the same thing goes, like think of it, you know F is a bar chord, you take off that finger because that's E minor, slid up, barred 1, no middle finger there, that's F minor. So now you know the F minor. So if you just do the same thing, just means you got to cover all 3 down there. There's an open chord F minor, just like that. Just a bit more harder to play, so I just find it easier, if I'm going to play F minor, I'll just play the whole bar chord. Find it easier than trying to get my fingers in position like that. So there you go, there's some tips and tricks. I've got heaps more coming up, so make sure you stay tuned, and don't forget lag guitars. Check them out in the links. They are awesome guitars, awesome guitars. So you've got to check out lag guitars. I swear by them, they're just amazing guitars. You know, oh, I love these guitars. And of course, I couldn't do this without Conceptual Creative. They've just been so helpful. So make sure you check out the links in the description. Give them some love. Tell them I sent you, because they're so supportive. And also, don't forget, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future guitar lessons or any other videos I post on this channel, and hit like if you like this video, because it helps spread the channel. That's all I'm asking for you to do. Hit like, hit subscribe, and of course if you love it, share it on your other Facebook and all that sort of stuff. Share this out and get the name out there and help your friends learn guitar as well. Until then, I'm Mark Shay. This is Exploring Music. Learn guitar in 10 minutes or less, and I'm out of here. See ya!